Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned.
Added notification. So we went through a bit of technical difficulties while recording this episode where Arkada, who was originally hosting the call, had a lot of connection problems, which affected the quality of the Skype call and led to the very unorthodox ending you're going to hear in this episode. You will probably realise when this happens, but we just wanted to explain to you beforehand so that you don't get completely confused by this random ending that we produced. But we added some sound effects so it's easier to keep up with what's going on anyway. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get this episode rolling!
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a new episode of PodTaku, as you probably noticed by it being, well, a new video. So, with me today, I'm Holden, who's not really with me, I'm always Holden, but with me today, I always have, like, the always here, Tristan Arkada from Glass Reflection.
You realize
What
that...
the fuck is up with this intro?
You realize, Holden, that this technically isn't a video.
Dude, we need to make this fast, high energy. I'm not gonna say like at all, so... This is gonna be hard. I'm already shaking from withdrawal.
Like, oh my god, guys, who we got with us today?
And may I also mention that we really do have Gigguk here this time.
Oh my god!
Yes, and I'm doing this live.
But he was here last time, you know, in the past.
Yeah, wink wink.
Well, yeah. Whenever we sent the podcast that leapt through time, he was here.
Yes.
Because, you know, we do that shit.
We do. We do.
So
That's for sure.
are we still doing an intro, or is this the intro,
This
guys?
is the intro.
Okay, well,
That is the fucking intro.
since you are already, well, fucking listening to PodTaku anyway, I'm sure you know who we are.
Well, yes. I
Holden,
assume so.
Gigguk, Ark, and Jeanne. Done. We're good.
Well, I'm also known as AKA Godcoon or the Casanova. Both work. But let's get to the first thing that we always do that always ultimately fails, which is what we've been watching. So starting off this week will be Jeanne. Go. What have you been watching?
I just started watching Kara no Kyoukai.
Oh! Sugoi.
I just finished the first movie like an hour ago.
What did you think?
And come
okay,
on,
alright.
come on. Tell us.
Do you really
want
wanna know?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Dude, this is your chance to redeem yourself from school days. Just think about it.
Okay.
Just think about it for that, you know.
Okay. Alright. How did
It's shit!
Yeah, no. Like, I feel, after watching the first movie, very insignificant. I guess you could say that's how the anime made me feel.
Okay. For a second, I thought you meant that the anime is insignificant, in which case...
No.
I would
It made me feel that way.
hit you with a frying pan.
Wait until episode 5, which is Paradox Spiral. That will make you feel insignificant.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I see the empowerment that it has behind it, but then again, there's still, because I'm still in the first movie, no character backstory or development.
Okay. You're watching it in the correct order, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
She's watching it in my recommended order, not chronological order.
Yeah, she's watching it. So you're watching it in which order, then?
The order I gave her is 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 7.
That's how I'm gonna watch it.
Wait, 1, 2...
4, 3.
4.
Don't do that.
5, 6, 7. It's in chronological order, except instead of watching 2 first, you watch 1 first, because that's what the creators intended. So you watch 1 first as your introduction, and then you go back and you watch it in chronological order.
Wait, let me think. You have... So you're saying watch Remaining Sense of Pain after 4.
No, 4 you watch third.
So yeah, you watch Remaining Sense of Pain, the 4th one.
Third.
The 3rd one after 4.
Yes. Because it takes place after 4.
I don't like that, because what's the point in doing that when you're already so close to the original? Like, you're already... The original is just 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. The chronological is 2, 4.
The chronological is 2, 4, 3, 1, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
So it's just chronological order, except you move the first movie up to the first position and watch it first.
Watch it in the right order. Don't fucking jack with it.
Well, it's too late because I already watched
Okay, well,
Overlooking View.
Well, no, that is the first one no matter what. Like, that's for sure.
And now she's watching in chronological order. That's what I told her to do.
No. Now I'm saying watch 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7.
Oh. You then watch... Oh, so just continue watching in release order.
In release order.
Oh, okay.
Because...
Let me ask you guys something. Is there an actual, like, advantage watching it in release order? Or is it kind of like just like a Haruhi thing?
Here's what I say. What's the advantage of watching Haruhi in release order?
Haruhi, you don't really...
There's no real advantage.
Nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
now, because we have like a season 2 and a movie. But the reason I reckon the only reason they did that for season 1 was they made it, and when we got to episode 14, they were like, shit, we do not have a climax to this season. What the fuck are we gonna do? And then some genius went, well, you know, we can just release it in some random order and have the climax at the beginning.
Okay.
And then, like, someone goes like, fucking genius.
Shinji, get in that goddamn robot! Genius.
I think...
yeah.
I
that's the only
do...
reason.
I do think that was the marketing scheme, especially with episode 00 being the first one, which is the Adventures of Mikuru Haseina, the battle maid waitress magical thing.
Which should always be the first episode you watch.
That should always be the first episode of Haruhi. Like, that is such a enthralling episode, and I was
Even the
kinda disappointed.
DVD puts that in that first. The
That was like
DVDs have that
first
first,
episode.
and then
Yes,
it's
they do.
chronological order from there
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the difference with Karno Kyoukai and that is that Karno Kyoukai is more out of order for a weird reason, in the same way that Baccano is out of order for a weird reason. Think if you watched Baccano,
Well,
if you edited
Baccano's not
Baccano-
really out of order. Like,
Okay, yes it
okay,
is.
it's out of order, but it's not. It has the 3 storylines, which are cut and interlaced in each other, but the storylines themselves are in chronological
That's
order.
no.
Yes.
I would disagree with that. I would say that they're out of order because the
They're-
very beginning is the very end, and the end is really the beginning of the show. It's all out of order.
There is a hell of a lot more of an order to Baccano than there is for Karano Kyoukai or Haruhi.
Well, the thing with Baccano is that all the storylines were interlaced within each episode. Like, each episode was set up like that, instead of this episode is set here, that episode is set there. In Baccano, they were interlaced, but they were interlaced within, you know, there's no other chronological order to watch Baccano in.
But I'm saying that
You know
if
what
you
I
were
mean.
to edit Baccano and take out all the timelines and put them all in the correct order and make like essentially a completely new series, that's essentially kind of what you'd be doing to Karno Kyoukai. It's just that the only difference is there's no parallel. The only reason that it would work for Baccano, and I get what you're saying, is because it's a bunch of parallel storylines happening simultaneously. The thing about doing it with Karno Kyoukai is that there's one storyline, and you can't have anything going on simultaneously. So the thing is if you look at it, it's kind of, if you take the story of, say, Jacuzzi Splot whenever he's on the Flying Pussyfoot, and you took all of those and made it all that, and then the next one was all of the ones whenever the alchemists are on the ship in 1700s, it would be a lot different, and I don't think I would like it nearly as much. It was so well done in the way it was, how the beginning is really the end, how the beginning has the newspaper reporter guy talking to, like, I forgot the name, the little girl, but it has that, and it has a scene where Isaac gets his ear cut from a girl who you never even see again by, like, she has a spear.
But she's in the original material is why.
Yeah.
And if Baccano ever continued, she would have become a main character.
Baccano has a second season, then she will be in it.
Which is something I always found hilarious, because I'm just like, normally, if they don't have permission to do a second season, things like that never get inserted, but I'm glad that they did, even though we have no idea who that chick is, and
yeah.
we'll never see her again.
Definitely. I think that it was a very smart move on their part, because they kind of future-proofed themselves in a way, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like if they ever do make another season, which I have a feeling they're not going to at this rate.
I think that they
it'd
might.
be good.
If they won't, then I might do it whenever I do it.
Bravo.
I would like to point out how long Baccano is. I only recently found out that, I think on Maou, one second, let me check again though. But last time when I looked at Maou, it said it was like 12 light novels long.
Something
And
like that.
I was thinking that was completely wrong. I was thinking that there was no way.
No, the actual light novel series of Baccano is ridiculously long. Well, not ridiculously long, but in comparison to the anime, it is.
Yeah, it's been going on since 2003, and it's still not over. So
there's a lot of series like that just haven't continued. Full Metal Panic's another one. When they finished the second raid, they had caught up to all the original material in Full Metal Panic, but then now,
Was Full Metal... just a quick question. Was Full Metal Panic a light novel or manga first? I don't know.
I think it was... Yeah, it was a light novel.
It was a light novel.
And the manga came after the fact.
I know the manga only had like 9 volumes. I know that. And unless it was like Mushishi, which ran for like a decade and only had 10 volumes, then I'd be a bit confused. But light novels, I definitely get what you're saying there. They have a lot of content in them for the most part. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Because, like, if you look at something like, for instance, Hyoka, like, Hyoka is literally one light novel, and it spanned for 23 episodes.
Yeah.
You can cram a lot of stuff. And
I'm surprised that's only one light novel.
Oh, yeah, me too, definitely.
With all the different storylines in it, I would have thought that was more.
There was... Because Hyoka actually has a sequel, like, a actual legitimate sequel for the book itself. And what was really interesting about it was that the novel, that whole Hyoka being the first one, it was very odd to see the fact that this is only like scratching the surface, because there's 5 novels. Mm-hmm. There's Hyoka, then there's Gosha no Endroll, there's the Order of the Kyodavak, I think. The Doll and the...
Kyodavak?
No, this is the Kyodavak. It's
okay.
Like Transylvanian, I think. Pronunciation's probably wrong, by the way. The Doll that took the detour and the approximation of the distance of 2. And there's 5, but we only made 1. So Hyoka could essentially be another 100 episodes if you animated it at the same exact pace, but that's also assuming that the length is all the same, which I definitely don't think that's possible.
What is with Kyoto Animation and having all these series that really need sequels, but they're never gonna freaking do it?
Kyoto Animation's... I think that what they're doing is that they try really hard to produce new stuff, and they get really sidetracked in doing so. Because, okay, like, Garin.
Yeah?
Like, for K-On!
Yeah.
Can you believe that they made K-On! Like, right after making... I think...
The Haruhi.
Yeah, like Haruhi...
It was after Haruhi that they made K-On!, right?
Yeah, I think they made the second season...
Because,
like, it didn't make much sense.
Wait, it must have been Haruhi Season 2, because immediately after Haruhi Season 1 was Lucky Star.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was after Lucky Star. No,
yes,
right,
Lucky Star.
They just
Which Lucky Star in itself, yeah, that too.
Yeah. Fucking, they went from Full Metal Panic.
Yes.
And then they made Haruhi.
Right.
Haruhi was a fucking big success.
Yeah.
And then they made Lucky Star. Lucky Star was also a big fucking success. Then they made K-On! And K-On! Was like the biggest success so far.
It was like the nuclear explosion.
By far, K-On! Is undefeatably...
I don't think they've had like a big a success as those three shows that really made Kyoto Animation what it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those were the ones that made it like a lot of money.
Well, Clannad.
They had, and back then they had Clannad, and then they had Canon, and then they had Air.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
In the correct order though is Canon.
Yep.
I think it's Canon 2002, Air, then Canon 2006, then Clannad.
Yeah, no, but Kyoto Ani never did 2002. They only did 2006.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, they only did.
I knew that they
2006
worked
one.
with not Genryubuchi.
Oh my goodness, you guys getting things messed up with that guy.
Kyoto Animation and Genryubuchi. Oh my god,
that would actually, I would pay for that.
Not a two bigger clash of styles than those two.
Could you imagine those two together?
Yes, it would be
Holy
amazing.
shit.
It would be
awesome.
It would be like the second raid in Fate Zero smashing together. It would be like the Disappearance.
That would actually be really badass.
No, the Disappearance. Think about it. The Disappearance and Genryubuchi, those two seem really similar.
They do.
Yeah.
Like I would
can
not
see
be
that.
surprised if Genryubuchi was a big fan of the Disappearance.
Well, if he even cares.
It's
yeah.
very his style, that's for sure.
So isn't Kyoto kind of doing that again with Hyoka, and then there was Chunibiyo?
Yes.
And then,
they're going light novels again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because before they were doing visual novels, and now they're doing a string of light novels. I think Tamako Market's completely original. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
That's the new one that's out this season.
Yeah,
right?
that's the one that
Yeah.
just came out, and it's the director of K-On! She was up and coming whenever that came out, and now she's got full reins over this one. And it's
Have
very...
you been watching that one, Holden?
Tamako Market, the newest one that just came out this season by Kyoto Animation.
It's currently airing. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me think about this for a second. They've had like an anime every season for the past like 3 seasons, haven't they?
Basically, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
not because Hyoka didn't air last season, but they have had a show.
When did that air?
Hiroka was 2 seasons ago.
Hyoka was.
Oh my god, Tristan! I love how you say it. You say Hiroka every time.
Hiroka, whatever.
Sorry, I had to point that out.
It aired in April 2012, and it ended in September.
Yeah.
So it was spring of 2012, and I'm pretty sure.
Did you finish Hyoka, by the way, Holden, or no?
Not yet. I really like it. I'm
God.
taking my time with it because
Good on you.
I'm
Yeah.
basically watching it in a way that I watch an arc, which is at this point in the series about 3 episodes or 2. The last one was they were trying to figure out the murder thing. They're trying to the writer was like fucking retarded and she wouldn't
that
speak
one.
up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The retarded
okay.
writer who's like, oh, I don't want to fucking make hurt anyone's feelings. So she wouldn't like actually tell them that they're fucking doing the movie wrong. That was the last one though. But yeah, I'm just taking my time with the arcs with that because it's very episodic. That's for sure. That's another thing that they've been doing recently. Is they're very episodic anime. Like the whole first half of Chun-Ni was very episodic. First 6 episodes, and I don't know how I felt about the transition in that show. I don't.
You want to know what
I loved it.
You want to know what my biggest problem with that show is?
It was bipolar. That's mine.
Well, no. My biggest problem with that show is the name.
Chunibiyo. Yeah, what kind of fucking name is
Well,
I can't pronounce it in Japanese, and it doesn't make a lot of sense in English.
The English title is
No.
really stupid, actually. I think
What is it?
the English title for Chunibyo Demogashita was, I believe, Regards of My Adolescence Delusion of Grandeur. It's, the Regards of My Adolescence Delusions of Grandeur. I want a date.
No, wasn't it like Love Something and Delusions of Grandeur?
What the fuck is grandeur?
Grandeur
What is that?
means big. It's like an idea of grand. Like Code Geass, Lelouch had a grandeur image of the world. Like, it's to think about something on a much larger scale, to think you're very, very important when you may in all reality not be. It's an illusion of grandeur. And that's why this show was about, like, the name basically is about how he went from the Dark Flame Master and he had these delusions that he was this great overworld of like the Hellgate and stuff, and they're just delusions.
Here, one translation of the title is "Regardless of my adolescent delusions of grandeur, I want a date!"
Yes, that
Exclamation point.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a really bad title.
it's horrible. I don't like that show as much as Hyoka, but at the same time, I think they're almost the exact same quality-wise. I think that entertainment value.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say that they're like, if I had to review both of them, which I might, I'm not holding you. Don't hold me to this either. But at this moment in time, they would get within decimals of each other. They are so close at this point in time. The only problem with Chunibyo is that it is so bipolar at the end that I wonder, why did you even like get my expectations up? Because I was starting to like their gag humor, which is rare. I usually don't like it that much. And then all of a sudden, I started liking it, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh shit, you gotta grow up, kid."
You know why you liked it?
Why?
Because you were enthralled by the magic of the Dark Flame Master!
I like the Dark Flame Master. I like it whenever that show is really...
Dark Flame
It's a good show, that's for sure.
No, but you know what, Holden?
Props to Jun Fukuyama for that. Like, damn.
I believe when you say in this point in time, but I think that your opinion will change once you finish Hyoka.
But the weird thing about that is that at this point in time, being halfway done with Hyoka, I can't see it changing. Because
But see, at this...
Hyoka's just getting so much better.
Like, at the same time, I understand how you say you want to take it, like, an arc at a time.
There's no point in marathoning Hyoka.
But still, why did you marathon Chunibyo in, like, 1 to 2 days?
Because there was no arcs.
And it's taking Hyoka a longer time.
Because there was no arcs. That's the difference. There was one arc in Chun... There's technically 2. There's 2. There's 2 arcs. At the end of the first arc, they shift gears at episode 6. That was, like, in my opinion, the end of the first arc. The second
So the 2 arcs is everything before their little trip out to the wherever.
Yes.
Before the beach
then
and after the beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it's BB and AB. Before beach, after beach. Those are the 2 time periods. But
Yeah.
The thing about After Beach is that it was so out of like nowhere. There I go saying like again, but I mean like think about it in this regard rather. In Anonatsu Domatsu, the last 3 episodes changed dramatically and changed the tone from this sort of romance idea to a more or less survival of romance and how to keep love alive whenever you have the possibility of being separated. And that's what I got with Chunibiyo, is it felt so desperate at the end, which contrasted so greatly with the first half. Because it's the second half, you have to agree, it wasn't like a normal show. It felt like really desperate in what everyone was doing. That they were desperately trying to prevent what was going on. That they were trying to prevent themselves from growing up. But at the same time, the more that they tried to stop, the more that they, felt susceptible to what was growing up. And it was really weird. That was my biggest complaint, is that...
Yeah, but I don't see that as the season being desperate. Like, I don't see that as the anime trying to be desperate.
No, I'm saying it gives off... I'm not saying the anime is desperate. I'm saying the anime gives off a sense of desperation. That you're supposed to feel like the characters are being desperate. That
So,
they're trying
now that we've
not
been
to...
talking for like 20 minutes or so, shouldn't we continue on to what we've been watching with the rest of us?
Yeah. Let's have the roll call. What happened
good.
with
We
that?
can do that, yeah, sure.
Because I actually haven't seen none of the shows you guys are talking about, so I'm just like,
Actually,
fuck.
Garant,
man.
I know you've seen some new shows, so why don't you tell us about your new basketball anime that you've seen?
Me?
Yes, you.
What? You mean Kokoro's Basket, which I watched a
Yes.
few weeks ago.
Yeah. What did you
Well,
think of it?
okay. It was... Okay, well, I didn't have that much of an opinion of it, apart from it was a sports anime, and it had a lot of man service in it.
I was about to say,
there's...
Tiger, like, I think his name's Tiger, right? Was it?
I can't remember
The
their
red hair
names,
guy.
like,
You know the
fucking,
red
like-
hair guy and the blue hair guy?
Yeah, yeah.
There was so much man service between them.
No, it wasn't just them. I mean,
Yeah, oh, no. No, I'm saying that was the one when I started realizing...
fucking everyone in that, every guy in that show was ridiculously fucking... Every guy was man service.
Every
It
guy
was, like,
reminded...
unapologetically
It was
man
like
service.
Gilgamesh from Fate Zero. Like, it was very in your face.
Oh.
They were so casual about it too. My favorite part was that everyone was so casual about their man service and what they were doing.
I mean, it was like so much like subtle overtones in it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't made completely obvious, but because it's a sports anime with this whole bromance shit, it was just so subtle, but it was so obvious at the same time.
So a good follow-up question then. You being one of the only people that I know of who have actually stuck and watched all of the following show, how would you compare it to the grandfather of it, Slam Dunk?
Slam Dunk. I actually liked it more than Slam Dunk, just because, okay, the thing about Slam Dunk, it's like the fucking Dragon Ball Z
Yes,
sports anime.
I was
or
about
at least
to
basketball.
make the comparison. I was about to
Yeah,
say every
you've,
quarter.
you've seen Slam Dunk, right?
Yeah, every.
Isn't the grandfather of sports anime Prince of Tennis or
No,
something?
I'm saying of basketball.
Okay.
No. Well, Slam Dunk came out in like the
88.
90s, didn't it? It was like 80s or 90s, so it's definitely the grandfather of sports anime.
It's really old, but it's 110 episodes, I believe.
Holy
It's
shit.
110 episodes, and like every basketball match is like 10 episodes long. Or something
Yes.
like that. It goes on like that. Like there's like 5 minutes takes. It's Dragon Ball Z logic. 5 minutes takes 3 episodes.
The weirdest thing about it is that basketball, you actually have a time limit. It's not like DBZ. So it was longer than an actual game, I think, at like some points.
Yeah, each game was longer than an actual game.
Yeah. If
Like-
you played them side by side, it's significantly longer at some points, which was pretty ridiculous.
Well, that's
But-
because you got to slow everything down for inner monologues that don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, that's very true. They had a lot of that in Slam Dunk.
The heart of the cards, the heart of the cards, the heart of the cards, shoot, score!
They had that. I'm pretty sure that there was a scene where they were shooting free throws, and that actually happened.
I think that took like half an episode or something for one basket.
Yeah, like, where the whole world behind him would just black out, and it was one of those echoing monologues that was inside of his head, like, I need to make
The
this
background
basket.
soundtrack. Doom, doom. Doom, doom.
Yeah, it was just,
Doom,
yeah,
Yeah, the
it
heart
was just,
beating.
a reverberating heart. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you liked it, though. Will you be watching season 2?
I will actually, but I won't watch it when it's airing. I'll just marathon it because it's a shonen, and I love marathoning shonens when I'm in the mood. Just because I can't do anything but with shonen, but just marathon it because it's just so easy to eat up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
for sure.
it just really catches you, and you have to.
But
Anything else?
But another thing I've been watching is Nekomonogatari, which
I'm so on the fence
has
about
anyone
that.
else seen that
See,
but me?
I've seen it. I've seen it, but
I watched.
Nope.
What?
I watched like the first 2 episodes.
What do you have to say about it, though,
That's it.
Garin? I'm not going to cut you off just yet, but I might in the future.
Okay.
Like
But
you
go
always do.
first.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay, but you know me. I thought I missed the hell out of Senjugahara Hitagi. Like, I have no problem admitting that she's one of my favorite female characters of all time, and like, it just felt like it was just missing without the usual go-betweens between Araragi and Senjugahara.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a good story, but I just missed her.
My biggest problem with it is not the lack of Senjo Gahara, because I really liked Tsubasa Hanakawa because she's Neko Mimi,
Right.
and it's like my favorite, or at least one of them. But my biggest problem with it is that, one, I feel like the show is more. It's becoming more and more. The show's opening my eyes to the fact that it's strictly fan service, and the more with every iteration of the show, Baccano Monogatari didn't really notice it. Nisa Monogatari started to didn't notice it, and then Nekomonogatari, I'm like, for fuck's sake, like
Yeah, it's definitely there.
it's so.
It's
The show's, again, like I said, I think before in the podcast, the show's just losing its luster, because the more I see it, the more I find it predictable, and I don't know. I hope it's
Akiki Shinbo.
Yeah,
Like,
it's.
what do you expect?
I think that the more he prolongs it, the less of a high opinion I'll hold of the show, because I really liked Baccano. It's one of my favorites, but it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. It's just the more it slows down, the worse it looks. And
the only reason I would watch Future, apart from maybe Kizu Monogatari, which I've heard from you is actually good
I
material.
really want to see that. Yeah.
The only reason I watch Future seasons is for Senjugahara, and I think it's just because I have this undying love for tsunderes, and I have no idea why.
I think we all do, because it's
it's like one of the archetypes that I just attach to.
It's definitely. I think
have no idea
what
why.
started it with me was, I want to say Haruhi was the first one.
Yeah,
I want to say Haruhi was the first.
I love
time
Haruhi as well, and like fucking,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
God.
great minds, man. I'm telling you, we think alike. But it's
You
like,
love the dominatrix type, I guess.
well, it's not even.
Wait,
no, it's
what?
not even that we're masochists. It's not
Hold
even
up.
that we're masochists.
What?
What?
I think she's calling us masochists. You crazy bitch.
Well, because they're like controlling, manipulative women.
But that's not okay. Think about Tiger. Tiger's a great example from Toradora. I've never even seen the show, but I know Tiger is so synonymous with being a tsundere. It's not even funny. But Tiger,
No, she is. She's like the pure definition. She
But-
is the type of
Tsundere.
character where if you were to make an official dictionary of anime, and your description of tsundere would just be taiga.
Yeah, but that's not what Hitagi and Haruhi are.
I would argue
Yeah.
that.
Haruhi's not a well, she's sort of a tsundere,
She's
but
kind of a tsundere. Same with
heavy on the dere. Heavy on the
Yeah.
dere.
I was going to say she's more yandere than anything, Senjugahara, but she doesn't really have tsundere. I mean, her name was called like the tsundere for like the first couple episodes. That's what they called her.
Okay, well, what about this character, which is also one of my favorite female characters, Holo from Spice and Wolf? Would you say she counts as a tsundere?
No.
I haven't seen Spice and Wolf, so I don't know.
I would not say so, no.
I
She
have not-
has tsundere elements to her, but she's not really a tsundere character.
I haven't really seen Spice and Wolf, but, I'm the Holden Encyclopedia, so I've got, like, a preconceived notion of how I think of Holo in them. So, my thing about Holo is that she's so content being naked, yet she can just throw bitch fit about corn.
Well, she's the god of the harvest. What do you expect? You fuck up her corn, she gets pissed.
He just didn't. Well, I think she's doing something else with that corn. But
Holo is the reason that furries may one day become acceptable.
I think
Like she's the ultimate she's the ultimate furry basically because she can go around being fucking.
Yeah.
She's a fucking wolf.
yeah.
And fucking nobody gives a shit really.
No,
because she
I
goes
know what
around
you're
naked
talking about,
and
yeah.
she just walks around like that.
Yeah.
Well, if I can segue and talk about what I've been watching, I have a really awesome segue, so I'm going to do it anyway. Maoyuu is the sole third season of Spice and Wolf, and it is really good so far. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and
I've
really
only seen
like
episode
it.
1.
It's
Yeah, me too.
the thing about it that I really like is that the fan service doesn't make me feel stupid. It's not like High School DxD fan service where it's like I look at it and I kind of am like, are they insulting me that I have a penis? But
Maybe.
Maoyuu, despite having fan service, doesn't make me feel stupid, and for some reason, I really like the forced romance, like, because it's so forced. But the thing that I found interesting is that shows try not to have forced romance because they think that's the norm, but in doing so, non-forced romance is the norm. So by having forced romance, I feel like this is really a breath of fresh air, and I really like how it's just 2 people that are like, yeah, we're in love. And that's how it's going to be in episode 1. And I haven't seen anything quite very similar to that in a long time, actually, which I think is the reason I admire the show in its direction so far.
The reason why I admire the show is because it's taking that one aspect of war that nobody likes to talk about, which
Yes,
is the
war
people
makes
that
money.
profit from war.
Yeah, war makes money.
Like, there are some movies I've seen that talk about the people that profit from war. Some shows that deal with arms dealers, like Jormungand, deal with war and
Yes.
how much people make money off of it by selling arms and so forth.
Black Lagoon to an extent. But yeah,
But this is going into the economics of war and how, like, the governments themselves would very much like war to continue.
and see, with you saying that, if I was to ever say that what you were talking about was an arms anime, I wouldn't fucking believe myself.
Yeah, neither would
But
I.
you're talking about an arms anime, and that's amazing. I
Well,
had
because
no
ARMS
idea.
is known for hentai and elfin lead. That's what they do.
How
So-
in God's name did they ever make this? Like, I have
They hired the writer and they just did it. Maybe they want to become more respectable. I don't know. They have high production values.
I have mixed opinions about the production value. There's scenes where it's like really weird CG, but then there's scenes where it's really nice
Oh, I haven't
watercolors and stuff.
seen that, or if that was in episode 1, I didn't notice any weird CG.
I think it's just
I see how you guys like how you like it so much.
you said like 3 times as a sentence.
But at the same time, I feel like I don't really want to continue it.
Okay.
Only because of the fact that I feel like I should see its predecessor before I take that on. Like how everybody is talking
What predecessor?
Spice and Wolf.
It's not, and they're not in the same universe. They're just written by the same guy,
No, I know that. I mean,
or they're
in a
scripted
essential
and
way.
directed by the same guy. I don't believe that the original stories
they're
were
not
written by the same.
They're
people.
not the same. That's a really unfair statement. I get why people say it, but I don't think it's a fair statement just for the fact that Spice and Wolf is so much different in so many ways.
Well, they're both about economics, and that was
that's
the thing.
only that's what gives it away. The economics and the time period. Those are the only two reoccurring factors.
And the director is the same.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, the director. Yeah, we talked about that in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
The other thing.
Yeah, but that being said, this isn't a it has a lot of similarities. It's not a successor, it's not a predecessor, it's not a sequel.
It's not meant to be related
It's
to it.
not
at
yeah,
all.
it's not meant to be.
Yeah, but everybody always thinks about Spice and Wolf when they talk
Well,
about
then
this anime.
you could say that everyone thinks about Neon Genesis Evangelion when they watch a mech. I wouldn't recommend watching Neon Genesis Evangelion over something like, say, Code Geass, even though they might have reoccurring themes, or Eureka
Yeah.
7. Like, I wouldn't say go watch Neon Genesis Evangelion just so you can watch Eureka 7. Just
Or
because
conversely, go watch Gundam before watching Evangelion.
yeah, I wouldn't tell people to do things just because two things are similar. That's because they're not, unless they're meant to be watched in tandem. I would recommend.
Yeah, but
against it.
I mean, maybe it just sounds like ignorant for me to say, but I just feel like because so many people have talked about Spice and Wolf and how it's similar to
Humans
mine,
like
Mushu,
looking
I
at
just feel
similarities.
I
They
would
like
be
saying this is similar to this great
don't
thing,
know.
therefore
It's-
this
you
thing
can do
must
that, yeah,
also
sure,
be
for
great.
sure.
That's
Like,
why
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna
people
stop you
keep
from doing
bringing
that,
up
yeah.
the Spice and
Well,
Wolf
But I
comparison,
wouldn't
also
think of them
because
as
early on when
essentially-
well, not too
sequels,
much
No,
that's
that
I
show,
know that.
there's not
I
much
mean-
else
That's
to
really
talk
my
about.
ultimate thing.
Fuck.
Oh my god, this sucks. We dropped the call, and it really sucks. Fail. Fail, fail. Fail. Fail, fail, fail.
Who's hosting the last call?
It was either Tristan or Holden, because
And I've never failed.
it wasn't
Because
me.
like,
It's Tristan, because that's why he has
Like,
picked up.
Yeah, look, yeah, it's Tristan.
I
Damn.
actually like had a hard time understanding what anyone was saying. By the way.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
It was just all like,
Holden was.
I would,
Yeah.
yeah. Near the very end, it was hard to distinguish. I think whoever was currently talking, if you weren't. So, yeah, near the very end, Jeanne was like becoming, "We're a Spice and Wolf."
That's all I had was possible for economics. Blah, 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 blah. Economics. Fucking yes. Arms. Yes.
Arms.
Yeah.
No.
Arms, tits,
Hentai.
hentai.
Hentai
Oh.
games.
No. Shut the fuck up, Yamazaki.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh.
Wow.
We'll see.
So now
Well, at least we
what?
have-
Now.
I'm still recording.
At least we have like an extra bit to put at the end.
Yeah,
again,
that's very
where we
true.
talk about shit.
I was totally singing while we were trying to.
This is like every time we drop call, we just have this little bit where we put the
Where we're all like,
we're just all talking shit.
This time, literally.
Yeah. and she was like,
She was like,
and Holden was like,
It was this point where you all were just talking at the same. I don't think you could understand what you were saying, so all of you were just talking at the same time, and I was just going, "What the fuck is going on here?"
our arguments were becoming so incoherent. Oh my
I
god.
remember
Whew.
if I listened to my audio, I was probably babbling shit because I was trying to cover for the fact that I had no idea what the fuck people were talking about.
Okay.
Oh, Tristan.
Oh my god.
Actually, I would actually love to hear what that sounds like when it's mixed together, because it's probably like a clusterfuck of people talking.
What? Everybody going fuck? What the hell just happened?
No.
Yeah.
Well, that too.
No, like
But
before,
I just
all of
called
us
everyone,
pitching.
and what we did was we were imitating what it sounded like on the other end, and we were all just like,
I hope nobody stopped
Oh.
recording.
Nobody stopped recording.
No.
The first comment was, "Don't stop,
I kept going.
keep running,
I think
don't look back."
Everyone,
Tristan, I think you'll like what I was saying.
I don't know about you, Tristan, but like,
I think you'll like what I was saying as we were trying to.
I don't think
connect.
anyone fucking understood what we were saying.
Okay,
what anyone
so-
was saying.
So where the fuck should we start off now?
Jeanne, you'll just
What?
say, I'll just say something about, I'll watch Spice and Wolf.
I'll just give it. I'll just
Oh
give
my
it
fucking
to them.
god!
No, but no. Why don't we just look? He left again.
That's what we're fucking laughing at.
Oh my god, this
Fucking
sucks.
kidding me?
All right, and this
I
was
think
PodTaku.
we might
We are
actually
now
just-
signing out.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
I don't care. This is like fucking gold. I don't care. We've like recorded like such a funny.
We
movie.
need to just end it.
Damn.
As soon as he gets back, we just need to fucking end it, and you just fucking say that you'll watch Maoyuu and Spice and Wolf. Just say you'll watch both, so we can fucking end this before we make it a detriment.
All right. No. I think we should start off where you were saying, "Oh, I was watching my YouTube,
No, we
and
talked
I really
about it
like
for 10
it."
minutes.
And then Tristan will talk
No.
about how he fucking likes it too,
Just
and then
fucking say-
Grant will talk about the fucking naked wolf
Just
woman, and then we'll
fucking
end it there.
say you'll watch both shows, because I know that we've audio. At the very least, I was babbling shit, so we can at least play me doing a solo monologue babbling shit. So at the very least, just say, "Oh, we'll fucking watch."
I bet what you were really saying was so
No,
like,
there was
yeah.
one. No, I would like to point out, I've said it the least in this episode, and I might have a fucking counter, fucking count it up, because there's a point when Jeanne said, "But like, Like,
I know.
But, like, Hyoka... No, that's like a direct quote. Like, I need to find the time signature. Because I even said it. Like, I said, Jeanne, you said like 3 times out of 4 words.
Yeah, I know, but I was ignoring you. Douchebag.
I was very...
Jesus.
I thought it was very funny. I'm trying to think what we should do right now.
I don't know.
I think whatever happens... Okay, well, we have 2 options. Firstly, we could just make that call drop and our reaction the fucking ending and just edit in an ending afterwards if Tristan doesn't make it back.
Okay, so we could end it right now, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so
so let's
end
recording.
it. Let's just end it right now. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are we pretending that we're still going to be talking to each other, or are we just going to straight out say?
we're just gonna act like we aren't, that we basically just fucked it up, like we just did. So we're gonna be doing exactly what we're doing right now. We're just gonna, if he wants to edit this out, we can. Like with this whole segment, he can edit out if he wants. If he doesn't, he can let it rock. And hey guys, how's it going? Feel free to subscribe to Holden Reviews. But so if he didn't edit this out, then they'll all hear this, and we can just end it right now. So.
No! After you recommending yourself?
With that being said...
You freaking whore. You're a whore.
You're fucking willing to talk. I've heard things about you.
I am
fucking,
not a slut.
I fucking saw those pictures again. Send me a PM if you'd like to see the pictures I'm talking about. They're pretty funny.
Shut the fuck up. You, who in like a screen call does nothing but zoom in on your fucking face.
That was just a helpful tutorial on Photoshop. Yeah, basically what happened, Garrett, was I was trying to show her how to use Vegas, and what I did was I pulled up a picture of myself, and I just zoomed in on my face, like in and out, like a fucking macro lens.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, look
and
at
I was
this."
like, "Look at this!
Oh yeah, look at this perfection." And then he pulls up another one with him and his sister, and he's like, "Oh, look at my moto." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh damn, your sister's hot." He's like,
I got very offended when you said that. I was like, "No, that's disgusting."
Really?
Well, because it was fucking weird. Like you don't ever fucking say that siblings are attractive to someone else. That's just fucking taboo. This isn't anime, Jane. This isn't anime, Jeanne. Like, we can't have a kiss like sis. That doesn't happen in real life. That's icky. No.
It'd be awesome if your sister watched anime and she's just like, "Oh, Nichan."
Dude, I'd be fucking scared, and I'm glad I'd be in college. That's what I would think.
"Oh, Nichan."
Fucking where the fuck did that voice come from, Jeanne? The fuck, you scared the fuck out of me there.
Well,
Did I really?
Tristan's offline, so I think we should end this right now.
Yeah, okay, everybody, and until next time, this was
we have
PodTaku,
to be
and
official
I'm really
about
No,
sorry.
fuck you, Jeanne. You're not doing the outro.
No,
God,
I'm
Gigguk,
doing it
Gigguk,
because
Gigguk,
you, Garn,
fuck.
always takes people's spots.
Okay, well, let's just end it. So, Jeanne, why don't you take us out?
What the fuck?
I'm giving you the fucking mic, bitch! Take it!
And everybody, this was our wonderful podcast that was interrupted, but it's okay because
Technical
it turned
difficulties.
out
Probably
to be
just
awesome.
listen to the best part of PodTaku. Who gives a shit?
Ever.
It's the fucking end. Ever. Yeah, fucking yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, this is probably the most random episode ending ever, but with me today is Jeanne from xDisturbedJeans.
Yeah, bye. Bye, guys.
Holden from HoldenReviews.
Hey guys, and until next time, sayonara. See you later.
Sayonara.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch!
And Tristan, who is off fucking... I have no idea where the fuck he is.
Stay frosty.
And it's been Gigguk from the Anime Zone. Goodbye from PodTaku, and I hope if you're listening to this, you don't think this is a, like just
Shitty as it really is.
downhill spiral of PodTaku. This is the moment where everything goes downhill.
Yeah,
Stay
no.
frosty.
Yeah, see you
It'll
guys
get
next
better.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Fucking stop the recording. Kill it before it lays eggs.